What is up, guys? Here with the 35th shelf of my action movie collection. Starting off with The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. This was a great movie, especially for its time. Pushed the boundaries of visual effects, was very intense and scary and funny all at the same time, which is rare. Definitely better than the Tom Cruise version of this movie. And I'm a big Tom Cruise fan, but that movie was not good at all. But happy to own this one. Then we have The Mummy Returns, which was also a solid movie, but relied more on comedy, which is the downfall of a lot of these action sequels. They lean more into the comedy than the story and the action and the characters, which kind of sucks. But still a very solid watch. Then we have The Mummy, The Tomb of the Dragon Emperor with Jet Li and Brendan Fraser. Rachel Weisz did not return for this one. They replaced her with Maria Bello. Okay movie. I liked having a different villain, and a different type of story. But again, relied too much on the comedy, which kind of sucked. Then we have The Scorpion King with The Rock. It took definitely a more serious tone than the sequels to The Mummy, which I liked. So, very happy with that. Great cast. Looked just like The Mummy. It didn't seem cheaply made at all. So, solid watch here. Great way for The Rock to start out his movie career. Then we have The Replacement Killers. Classic action movie here. Directed by Antoine Fuqua. Felt gritty, felt old school, but at the same time new school. I'd compare this to John Wick as far as the way it was shot and how it looked. Very genre bending. Then we have SWAT with Samuel L. Jackson, Colin Farrell, Michelle Rodriguez, and LL Cool J. I saw this back when it was in the theaters and absolutely loved this movie. Very solid action movie, very old school. Never saw the TV series. Comment down below if the TV series is worth checking out or not. But I do like this movie. Then we have Chaos with Jason Statham, Ryan Felipe, and Wesley Snipes. This one didn't make it to the theaters. It was a straight-to-DVD release. But it was a surprisingly really, really good movie. These three worked very well together. The story was very interesting. You didn't really know what was going on until the very end. This might be a Jason Statham movie that a lot of people maybe haven't seen that I would definitely recommend checking out. Then we have a classic Ridley Scott movie here, G.I. Jane. One of Demi Moore's better movies as well. Amazing cast, great story. 100% worth checking out. Then we have Daredevil with Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner. An amazing cast. At the time, this was a big deal because they put so many big actors together in one movie. They just wanted this to feel huge. From what I remember, it did okay in the box office, but it didn't do fantastic. They did do the Electric movie, which did not do well. But still a solid watch. Then we have Edge of Darkness with Mel Gibson. Love Martin Campbell. He directed this movie, so it felt great. Okay cast. Interesting story. Definitely old school action. So worth checking out if you're an old school action fan. Then we have Source Code with Jake Gyllenhaal. Very interesting movie. Not knowing what's going on to the very end. Jake Gyllenhaal's a fantastic actor. Pulls it off great. I love new takes, not sequels and reboots of reboots and things like that. So I was happy with this movie. Then we have Four Brothers with Mark Wahlberg, Tyrese Gibson, Andre Benjamin, and Garrett Hedlund. Solid old school action movie here. Very gritty. Awesome movie. Mark Wahlberg does fantastic. So does Tyrese Gibson. The other two, maybe not so much, but still a very solid movie. Then we have First Night with Sean Connery, Richard Gere, and Julia Ormond. Very good movie. I really enjoy this movie. I still go back and watch this maybe once a year. But it's a great story, great acting, great script. Nothing to hate about this movie right here. Then we have Congo. Very original sci-fi movie right here. Well, sci-fi action, adventure movie, whatever you want to call it. Still very, very good. Very interesting. 100% different than a lot of other movies, but, you know, obviously made by the guy who wrote Jurassic Park is the guy who wrote this movie as well. So if you're a fan of Jurassic Park, you'll probably like this movie as well. Then we have The Bone Collector with Denzel Washington and Angelina Jolie. Very interesting murder thriller action movie. Not the part that you would expect Denzel Washington to play, but this was a great movie for him and a very good launching pad for Angelina Jolie to be taken more seriously as an actress. Then we have 16 Blocks with Bruce Willis. I'm a big Bruce Willis fan, and this movie was okay. Mos Def's character was very, very annoying in this movie. It's the only thing I hated. But still a solid action movie if you're a big Bruce Willis fan. Then we have True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger. One of his better movies for sure, easily. It's hilarious. It's got action. It's way over the top. James Cameron does fantastic. Tom Arnold, you know, probably the best movie Tom Arnold's ever made. Surprising, the chemistry between Arnold Schwarzenegger and Tom Arnold. Wish they would have made a sequel. Would have loved to have seen it. Then we have Commando. Classic old school Arnold Schwarzenegger movie here. Another movie I go back and watch at least once a year. You know, especially the last 30 minutes when he just tears everybody apart. You know, one guy walks in, kills 100 guys, walks out with his daughter with not a scratch. God love it. Then we have Walking Tall with The Rock. Okay movie. Definitely not his worst. But, you know, it wasn't his best either. I mean, he was just getting into it at this point. This was his third movie after The Rundown and The Scorpion King. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is when you're starting out. Then we have Perfect Stranger with Bruce Willis and Halle Berry. Big Bruce Willis fan, so I had to pick this up. Very intriguing thriller mystery movie. Kind of don't know what the whole deal is until you watch the whole thing. But it's not what you think it is. Then we have The Rundown with The Rock. You know, I actually enjoyed this movie a lot. Peter Berg directed it. Felt big. You know, Sean William Scott and The Rock had a lot of chemistry together as well. So I can't go wrong with this movie. I do like the cover art too. Then we have the classic of all action movies right here, Measuring Stick, Die Hard. Can never go wrong with Die Hard. Gonna have to upgrade this to 4K for sure. But I absolutely love this movie. And it is a Christmas movie. Then we have Die Hard 2, of course. Gotta have Die Hard 2 with the collection here. Another solid old school action movie. Absolutely love these movies. Go back and watch them probably like once a year. Just go-tos. You know, everyone's got their go-tos. Comment down below if you've got any go-tos that you like to watch. And then lastly for this shelf, we have Die Hard with a Vengeance. The one sequel for a series of movies where I think it is actually just as good as the first one. I absolutely love this movie. John McTiernan actually directed a sequel, which he doesn't like doing. But very solid. I loved this movie. Absolutely loved it. But that will do it for this shelf. If you like content like this, please like and subscribe. Your support is much appreciated. I am also over on Letterboxd. The link to that is over in the profile description of this channel. Otherwise, until next time, have a good one, guys.